Welcome to the Gastlecast! I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
And on today's episode, we're going to talk about our most wanted horror Funko Pops.
Yes, we are.
We're going to talk about our top three. Top three?
Yeah.
Okay, because we probably have more than three.
Yeah.
But we're only going to stick to three.
Right.
Because otherwise, we will be here all day long.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to watch this face all day long. Maybe this one. But not this one. You know what I'm saying?
You're probably right.
I mean, you have to look at this face all day long sometimes.
I know.
What does it do to you?
A lot of negative things.
So what we're going to do is go from 3 to 1. Okay? We're going to start with both our favorite number 3, then both of our favorite number 2, and then our number 1 top favorite Funko horror pop that we want really bad in our collection.
Okay.
Okay, does that sound good?
Yeah.
I'm in it to win it with you!
We're not winning anything besides having our hopes and dreams dashed because these are all very expensive.
Pretty much. Number 3.
So, Chris, what's your number 3?
It was hard because I had 3 on my at the top of my horror list, right? So it was hard to kind of break them down to figure out what my number 3, 2, and 1 would be. But I finally figured it out. Took a little while, but I got it all figured out. Okay? Prepare yourself. Put your seatbelt on. Okay, ready? The Universal Monsters 4-pack from Gemini Collectibles.
Wow.
The black and white ones, they're amazing. Have you ever seen them in person before?
I don't think so.
They are awesome. It has the Wolfman, the creature from the Black Lagoon. It has Frankenstein, and it has Dracula. They all look awesome. There's a metallic variation, which is way, way up there. Skyrocketed.
Well, this one's way, way up there.
What's it at?
$302 currently on Sash.
$302. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would love to collect all the regular ones, you know, collectively, like the ones that do show up in the 4-pack that are colored, because I think each one of them are like right around $40 a piece.
Yeah, which
isn't bad. But that black and white set, if it happened to one day show up somewhere at a decent value, decent price, I would totally jump on it. Totally jump on it. But what is your number 3?
So, this will probably change pretty frequently because I will see things or I'll be in the mood for different things. But currently my number 3 out of my list of 3 is going to be Chase Beetlejuice.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's one that I've wanted for a while just because he's Beetlejuice, of course. I love that movie. But he glows in the dark, and you know how I feel about glow pops.
He's cool. And in
cool.
fact, a buddy of ours has him.
Yes.
And we did take a picture that did show up on the Gastlecast Instagram of a bunch of glow-in-the-dark Funko Pops that were all kind of together.
Yeah.
And I will have to say, Chase Beetlejuice, glow-in-the-dark, was on the top of my list in those glow-in-the-dark pops.
Yeah, he's an amazing-looking pop, and it's just sort of one of those movies, I guess, that everybody knows and loves.
And
really.
it resonates with you.
Yeah.
So it's a movie that you love.
Me especially, yeah.
Now, the Universal Monsters, for me, I love all of those movies. I've seen them, like, different parts of my life, but they're iconic, and that's what makes me like them so much. But Beetlejuice is also another icon. He's very iconic. Number 2. So what is your number 2, Heather?
That's a really personal, disgusting question.
No. I mean, what is your number 2 horror pop that you would like to have in your collection?
Oh, that, okay. So unlike your list, I have, the last one's pretty high up there in value. My next one's pretty high up there in value. But this one, like, I could totally go and get tomorrow, but,
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe if I find her for a trade. I would like to have the Bloody Annabelle pop.
Oh, from Pop Culture?
Yep.
Awesome. That is a cool pop.
Yeah, she's really cool. We just watched the movie, right? Loved it. Freaked me out. So now I understand. Like, I've seen the common pop and stuff, but now, like, I sort of even just want the common. But if I had to choose bloody or common, I mean...
Yeah, you always choose the bloody variation.
Come on.
Who doesn't want a little bit of that paintbrush, you know, flicked onto your pop?
Right?
Everybody, right?
I agree.
My number 2 is the RV Walker Freddy Funko.
Whoa.
He's awesome, but he doesn't have a screwdriver coming out of his head.
Which is weird.
Which is bizarre. He is called RV Walker and not RV Walker Screwdriver Face. So I understand why maybe the screwdriver doesn't show up on the actual pop. But I think that pop is awesome. I like it because we love Walking Dead. That's something that you and I share. I love the walkers in the Walking Dead line of Funko Pops.
Yes, they're the best.
And my favorite walker that we own is the RV walker with the screwdriver coming out of his head.
Yeah.
I think he's so cool looking. So what better but to have all of those our favorite things. Funko is involved in it, actual Funko character, Walking Dead, and my favorite walker variation of the series. So I think that he's just he's like basically a crock pot of all the things I love about the Funko Walking Dead line.
Yeah, the only thing that would make that better is if he were bloody.
Actually, they do have a bloody variation of the RV Walker, and he is a 12 count, so they only made 12 of him. And he was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, obviously. So he's going to be a high-end one. So high-end that I did not find a price on him on Stashpedia, so he must be way up there.
So he's either never been sold or sold so long ago they don't have any data for it, or sold outside of the internet.
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
What's your number one? So what's your
number one?
Your number one most wanted horror pop?
I'm glad that you asked that question. It's very appropriate that you ask it for this video, because we're talking about our favorite horror pops that we don't have that we want for our collection.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
The one pop that I want the most, that I actually had a chance to get at one point in time, but I totally overlooked, obviously, was the Jason Voorhees Unmasked.
That one would be a good one to have, because it's probably the ugliest Funko Pop ever made, and its value is like 500 plus.
It's ridiculous. And he was a shared exclusive, and I remember that sticker, that 2015 sticker. I remember it was my very first year of collecting during the exclusive launch, the San Diego Comic-Cons and New York Comic-Cons and everything. So I remember that sticker, and I must have walked right past him a dozen times. I'm sure I did. But he would be one that I'd want now, because I love Jason. And now that we're sort of getting into the horror pops, he's like one of those dream pops now for me. Because I wasn't so much into horror before, but now I'm really getting into it again, and I love it. And I love the Funko Pops. I think they're great. I love that they are horror icons or creatures that are made to look sort of cute, but also still look menacing a little bit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that one's definitely the one that I would love to have for my collection. That is my number one. What is your number one, Heather?
It's a really stupid question.
Okay.
Freddy Wise, duh.
Oh, yeah, Freddy Wise, yeah.
Bet you couldn't guess.
Bummed out that we didn't get him in our mystery boxes.
Me too.
Our mystery boxes were, very, very alike, which kind of stunk.
But we still got cool stuff.
We did, definitely, for sure. But I really wish that one of us were able to get him.
Yeah.
Because that would actually finish our Pennywise collection that we currently have, outside of the black and white one, because it hasn't been released yet. But that Freddy Wise Funko Pop is awesome. I love the way it looks too. I think he's great. It's a good choice.
Yeah, he's amazing.
What I like so much about the Jason Voorhees is that in all the movies, at the end of the movie, toward the end, you always wanted the mask to come off. Mm-hmm. And when the mask finally would come off in the movies, not every movie he had kind of a different variation. People always had their different takes, I guess, the special effects people. Sometimes he was missing teeth, he looked like a wild hillbilly. Sometimes he looked like a mutant. Sometimes he looked like a zombie and he had worms all in his face and everything. So I think it's cool that they made a Funko Pop kind of showcasing the fact that Jason Voorhees' mask is removed. Because Freddy's face you see, Pennywise face you see, the dancing clown face. And all the other kind of little creatures have their own face, except for Michael Myers. I guess that's one that is very similar. But it's cool to have that unmasked Jason. I love unmasked characters, especially in the Marvel line. But this one is probably the best unmasked character yet.
Yeah, because it's not a normal everyday face.
Exactly. It's a monster mash face.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was an awesome top 3, Heather.
Thanks.
That was cool. You picked some really good ones. Did I pick some good ones too?
Yeah, but your number one is the ugliest one ever.
That's great. But we're talking about horror. So, I would hope it's the ugliest one.
I guess. Pennywise is sort of cool looking.
Yeah, he's cool looking.
I don't think he's ugly. I think he's neat.
He is neat.
If you were a pop, you would be unmasked Jason.
Aww.
Worth a lot of money.
Aww.
And with a really weird looking face.
Aww.
And a lumpy head.
It only gets worse as it goes along. Why doesn't it end, Heather?
Guys, let us know in the comments below what your most wanted horror pops are.
We would love to know, because horror pops are cool. They're tubular, dude. You ever see people do this? I know it's sort of like a Hawaiian thing, but I'm just doing it because it's tubular.
I think they do it on rocket power.
Too old for that.
Yeah, you are. You're too old for a lot of things. Like bending over without throwing your back out, or losing your denture cream. You probably shouldn't do that.
Skateboarding.
Oh yeah, that's a bad idea. Going to the bathroom on a normal toilet seat, you need one of those old people toilet seats.
Oh, guys, remember to go over to our Instagram at Gastlecast and check out all the cool content that we have for you over there. It's awesome. Check it out. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe right here to the Gastlecast. Every like counts and every share is loved by us. We love you for it. Share us with all of your friends. As always, remember, guys, there are 2 variations now. I don't know if you knew this. For Halloweek, we have another variation. We hunt together. Then we also have, as usual, per usual, and this is the motto you need to stick to, because we're all in it together, boys and girls.
That was a
We
high
are
school...
Funko collectors here, guys. We're a community.
We are. That was a High School Musical song.
What?
We're all in it together.
Really?
We're all in this together.
We hunt together. Yes. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
Keep on keeping on through Halloweek. Huh?
It's supposed to end with my bye. Why are you screwing it up?
Halloweek! We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Gastlecast. If so, please hit that subscribe button and check out some of our other fun content.
We've left you some links to some of our other videos that we thought you might like.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.